Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. In the session today we're going to be focusing mainly on technical work, so ball mastery, with a little bit of core and strength work with some injury prevention. So make sure you do a full warm-up before you start the session. It should take around between 6 and 10 minutes. If you haven't seen my video on warm-ups before, I'll put a link in the description below, and let's get to it. Okay guys, for the session ahead, it should take about 55 minutes. We're going to start, first 10 minutes you're going to do your own warm-up. Then we're going to move into dynamic movements, then into free ball mastery movements. Then we're going to do 5 minutes of injury prevention, then 6 to 8 minutes of SAQ work. Then the bulk of the session going to be 10 to 12 minutes of core work and ball mastery, and then short and long range passing, and then juggles to finish. You will see all in the video ahead. So before we start the dynamic movements, just make sure you have a full proper warm-up done. Should be about 8 to 10 minutes of warming up our key muscle joints and groups, and then we go into the dynamic movements, which are just a little bit sharper, just getting your body ready for the session ahead. Next up is the free ball mastery movements, which again is about 3 minutes, 2 sets with 30 seconds rest in between. Just getting our touch on the ball, getting our control, skill moves, Cruyff turns, everything like that. Just getting ready for the session ahead and getting comfortable on the ball. Our injury prevention exercise for this week is bounds. So with the bounds, you want to take a good wide stance on your jump, and you don't want to land too heavy or too soft, just finding that sweet spot. It's a really good exercise to keep your knees, ankles and hips nice and strong, and it's great for preventing injury in our knees. I would recommend performing these every day, so 3 sets, 4 to 5 reps on each side every day. Moving on into our SAQ work, we have 4 different exercises working off our right side, our left side, our front, and then just plank with 75 to 100% of a sprint. I was doing 5 meters here. Of course, if you want to challenge yourself and push that extra bit, you can change distance. You can go 10, 15, 20 meters if you want, but don't spend more than, let's say, 12 to 15 minutes doing SAQ work. So it should be limited to 12 to 15 minutes. So our first exercise for our core and ball mastery work is the front plank. So elbows just below shoulders, hips, knees and ankles all nice in a straight line. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds and then we're going to go into our ball mastery work. Now next is our side plank. So again, elbows just below shoulders, keeping that straight line with the shoulders, hips, knees and ankles, and again holding that for 20 to 30 seconds and going into our ball mastery work. You don't want your hips too high or too low in this, so you want your core engaged the whole time and keep it nice and strong and straight. Now for next time, just have 6 inches. So again, engaging your core the whole time and lifting your feet up together 6 inches above the floor. Again, we're going to hold for 20 to 30 seconds and then go into our passing with left foot and right foot. So it's going to be 8 passes in total, 4 with the left and 4 with the right. Now, next one is the ankle tap. So again, core engaged, upper half of our body is up to engage the core, and we're just touching the ankles. We're going to do 40, so 20 on each side, and then into our passes with acceleration. So like always, we're on the toes, receiving the ball, good open body, and take your touch into the space and accelerate nice and quickly and powerfully. Now, next one is a little bit of progression, so it's a little bit tougher than 6 inches. So as well as our feet being above the air, we're going to have our upper half of our body up in the air as well. So our head and shoulders up, and we're holding for 20 to 30 seconds, and then again into our passing with ball rolls. So again, we're on the toes, nice and light, good passes into the wall, and the ball master then just with the ball rolls. It's 4 passes on the left and 4 passes on the right. Okay everyone, that is our session for today. I hope you enjoyed. Key points are for the warm-up, make sure it's structured and done properly, as we don't want to get injured. For the core work and the ball mastery, make sure we're sticking to each key points for each exercise for the core work. And the ball mastery, make sure we're doing high reps, but we're also getting comfortable on the ball and make sure we have control. At the end, for the juggles, like we say all the time, let's try and challenge ourselves every day, do more and more. If you have any questions or comment feedbacks, please feel free to comment below or email me directly.